I'm Adrienne Pedersen. Today on Upfront, battle lines drawn. Lawmakers return to the Capitol and Democrats have a new leader.
It is our responsibility to keep fighting for what we believe is best for Wisconsin.
Plus, U.S. Senator Ron Johnson, his first local TV interview since announcing re-election.
I'm not a polarizing figure at all. I'm just trying to convey the truth.
And a new poll in the race to become Milwaukee's next mayor. You'll see the results here first on Upfront.
Taking on the issues important to Wisconsin. This is Upfront with your host, Adrienne Pedersen.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. Lawmakers are back at the Capitol to kick off a new legislative session. Republicans, who control the legislature, are promising to focus on policy despite an already heated political season. To counter, Assembly Democrats have a new leader. Thanks. Representative Greta Neubauer from Racine is the new Democratic minority leader. She's the youngest they've had in that position in decades, and she received a standing ovation Thursday from her Democratic caucus and muted applause from Republicans. Representative Neubauer is joining us now. Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on this new role. There's really a lot to talk about today, so I want to get right to it. And Republicans just passed a number of bills expanding gun rights that you strongly oppose. We heard Democrats speak out against them, but with Republicans in the majority, I mean, realistically, what can Assembly Democrats do going forward? What will you do?
Yeah. So what we saw from Republicans yesterday is another example of their misplaced priorities. When I talk to Wisconsinites, I do not hear them asking for guns to be allowed on school grounds, nor do I hear them asking for guns in religious institutions. What Wisconsinites have in common is an understanding of our long time and frankly treasured hunting culture. And that's something that we absolutely support, members of our caucus included. I grew up shooting guns on my family's farm. However, there's consensus amongst Wisconsinites over common sense things we can do to make our communities safer, including mandating a background check on every gun sale. Yesterday, we proposed an amendment to do just that on the floor of the legislature, and Republicans refused to hear that. What we will continue to do is call for the widely popular common sense gun safety reforms that we know Wisconsinites are asking for.
Being in the minority, though, do you expect to get anything done that you want realistically?
Well, it's our job to keep trying. Every day we walk in that Capitol, every day we're in our communities, it is our responsibility to keep fighting for what we believe is best for Wisconsin and what we hear Wisconsinites calling on us to do.
I want to play you something that Speaker Vos said about you during a recent interview with our Matt Smith and get your reaction here. So let's listen to this.
There's new leadership on the Democratic side. What is that partnership going to be like? Do you anticipate better, worse than it was for the last session?
Look, I had a great relationship with Peter Barca. We are still friends. We still commiserate, even though he and I don't agree on politics. He is a good person. I think he has a good family. Gordon, we had a good relationship too, but he also understood the role that he played. He didn't have to be a partisan bomb thrower 24/7. I think the Democrats chose one of the most liberal, one of the most in-your-face liberals that we have in the legislature. So they've chosen a different style than kind of somebody who wants to work together. So we'll see how that works out.
An in-your-face liberal. What's your reaction?
I would say that ever since I was elected 4 years ago, I have represented my community of Racine and Madison. I've advocated for the policies that the city of Racine, the 66th district, want to see happen. I have reiterated over and over, and will continue to do so, that I am always looking for ways to find common ground with Republicans if that is what's best for the people of our state. And I know that the same is true of Assembly Democrats, because I see them continuing to ask for meetings, continuing to try to find bipartisan solutions to the issues impacting our state. So we will continue doing everything we can to find those solutions to the issues that really cannot wait in our state. Access to quality childcare, affordable housing, healthcare. These are things Wisconsinites again and again are asking us to address, and we will be there every step of the way trying to find those shared solutions when possible.
How would you say is your relationship starting out right now with Speaker Vos?
So we're actually neighbors here in Racine County, so we know each other a little bit from seeing each other around Racine. I'm just getting started. It's my second week, but again, I will continue to try to find every opportunity to work with the speaker and his members to advance the priorities of the people of the state.
You've introduced a resolution calling for an end to Speaker Vos's Justice Gableman election investigation. Do you plan to bring that to the floor? If so, when?
So the co-sponsorship period for that resolution ended end of day Friday, which means that we will be able to move forward with this resolution very soon. We absolutely intend to continue putting the pressure on Republicans to end this sham investigation. They continue to spend money hand over fist to look for fraud that doesn't exist, to try to invalidate the results of the 2020 election when the people of Wisconsin want us to move forward. So we will absolutely continue to be talking about this and to do everything we can to end this sham investigation that Speaker Vos has ordered.
And when you say the people of Wisconsin want us to move forward, so I did a public records request and I received some of Speaker Vos's emails, and there were dozens of emails from Wisconsinites saying they want him to be doing even more to investigate the election. He says he wants legislation to come out of this. Do you think you could support any of that legislation?
Well, we always have to wait and see. But, what we've seen from them thus far is this investigation, which has been messy, misinformed, expensive, and frankly, an embarrassment to our state, used to justify the need for changes to our electoral system. So we will be highly skeptical of proposals that come out of that investigation. Because we know that elections in Wisconsin are secure, they are fair, and that has been validated again and again by independent audits and lawsuits following the elections.
The new Democratic Minority Leader, Greta Neubauer, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Assembly Majority Leader Jim Steineke announced this past week he won't seek re-election. The Kaukauna Republican was first elected in 2010 during the Tea Party wave and quickly rose to leadership. In recent years, he's criticized former President Trump and the Republican Party's loyalty to him. Representative Steineke talked with Matt at the Capitol.
Was there a tipping point when you said, I think I'm done?
No, not really. I mean, I think, after 11 plus years in the legislature, it's really my feeling that this is never supposed to be something you do for decades, right? And, the timing was just right for me and my family to make this decision to move on. We've got the new maps coming up. Whatever that's going to look like, it's going to be a little different than my current district. So let somebody else take the reins and get some new leadership.
You've been known as a fiscal conservative and promoting conservative policies. There's been a lot of politics in the last couple of years. You look at the election, you look at the reviews. Did any of this factor into your decision?
Yeah, I think a lot of it does, right? I mean, as you go along, there's never really the perfect time to hang up the hat. But after the last couple of years and having accomplished as much as we did over the 11 years that I've been in office, I just think it's time for new ideas and new leadership, and quite frankly, it's time for me to get back to the private sector and get back to work there.
Coming up, Senator Ron Johnson, his first local TV interview since announcing his re-election bid, and his COVID-19 discussion just hours away.